this one idea like really stood out to me, and it's fascinating because on the surface of it, you would say, well, no, this is not a bad thing. And yet, nevertheless, when you kind of play it out, you realize, well, this actually did separate the idea of woman from being a human being. That, in other words, there are no like non-male or female human beings, right? And so like you're a human being as a man or as a woman, and yet she tried to focus on not being a woman, but rather on a woman being a human being. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, on the surface, you could say, well, yeah, human beings have rights. Women, therefore, share the rights of every human being. But it kind of went further than that. And so maybe you can, touch upon that idea.
No, I'd be happy to extrapolate on that. It's fascinating to see because, of course, I think she was trying to use it in a way of making a distinction between a slave or an animal or something. It seems important enough at that stage. But what happens is this very curious, interesting cycle where it gets picked up over and over and again. A woman is a human being. And, if anyone spent any time looking at 70s bumper stickers or 70s, the women's movement is just full of all of these sound bites. And that's one of them. Feminism is the radical idea that a woman is a human being. It all goes back to this original concept that Wollstonecraft outlines, is this idea of a woman as a human. But what it does is it creates this secondary layer. Like you said, we're all made male or female. But suddenly, if you've got this sort of overarching concept of humanity, then it's much easier to break off male and female and interject, what we're seeing now, this kind of gender fluidity or what have you, because the concept is human. It's not male or female. Those are sort of iterations of it that can then have other added on pieces to it. So it's interesting to see how—
And you even see it today, like women's rights or human rights signs.
Yeah,
right? I mean, it's
exactly.
Like, no, and it's almost like the biggest no duh on the planet, but like,
right.
right?
Right.